The new leader of the official opposition, Kevin Falcon, addressed the Kelowna Chamber of Commerce today and talked about housing affordability. He talked about crime, and afterwards he was asked how he is going to grow a party that would represent urban progressives and social conservatives. I heard you quoted as saying that in your time out of political office that your values had changed. Could you fill that in for us a bit? How so?
Yeah, when you have kids and you start to raise the kids and you look around and you see what's happening in society and you see the mental health issues and the addiction challenges that we're facing in this province, and you immediately harken back to your own children. And I think that's what I mean. What I've said is my principles haven't changed, but my values have. And that means that I'm more focused on making sure that we do the right thing around, addictions and mental health and genuinely to get better results.
The results of your party in the last provincial election weren't, I think, what you probably wanted to see. What would a party led by yourself do differently than Mr. Wilkinson?
Well, I think, really what I said when I was running for leadership is that I was going to re-energize, revitalize, and potentially rebrand this party. Because I really want to make sure that we go out there offering bold solutions to deal with a lot of the big challenges we face in society. And I think that if we do that we will earn the trust of the trust of the public, so that we can again form government.
A name in mind, a new name?
We've had so many that have been put forward. The preferred name I had, unfortunately, is not able to be used. The BC Party. The BC Party, yeah.
So you don't have a second choice?
I don't. No, I really don't. Yeah.
When you're talking about affordability, I think one of the reasons that BC is not affordable is because everyone wants to come here.
Yes.
So how do you answer something like that? Supply and demand, but demand keeps rising.
Well, it does, but imagine if you do nothing to deal with supply issues, then you are going to have increased prices. It's as simple as that, and this government just fundamentally doesn't understand that. They don't understand it in housing, which is why we have the highest housing prices in North America. They don't understand it when it comes to gas prices, which is why we have the highest fuel prices in North America. And they don't understand it just in terms of, adding more taxes and increasing costs for families. That's not how you're going to get more affordability. And so what we're saying is we want to reduce costs to family. We genuinely want to make it more affordable, and we're going to be focused on making sure that everything we do is driven to make it more affordable for families that are trying to raise kids and build a future in British Columbia.
To win the next election, you have to try to cobble together and grow a party that is appealing to urban progressives as well as some people who would count themselves as social conservatives.
Yes.
How do you do that?
It's actually not that hard. I always say to people that we are going to be a big tent party, and by that I mean I am not interested in what God someone prays to or who they choose to love. They are welcome in this party as long as they share our principles that a private sector driven economy is the best way to generate revenues so that we can fund first class public services.
Also in the media scrum afterwards, Falcon was asked his thoughts on whether or not it's time for a second crossing of Okanagan Lake in Kelowna.
Well, I'm always, as a former finance minister, I'm always responsible about the commitments I make, but I will say this, we're not going to incrementalize ourselves out of the traffic gridlock that we've got here in Kelowna. We're going to have to think much, much bigger. Now, I know a traffic study is underway right now between the city and the province. I understand it's going to be ready by the end of the year. I'll be interested in seeing that because I like to look at the numbers and the evidence. But my very strong suspicion is that we are going to need a second crossing in Kelowna. I don't think there's much doubt about that. And we might as well get planning for that, because I'll tell you, Kelowna will continue to grow. And today it might be 222,000 people, but I guarantee you that within 5 to 10 years, it's going to probably be 350. And we better have the infrastructure to help people move around.